Music is so loud, or I'm getting so old. Didn't you think it was really loud?
It was loud and annoying because it plays so many different songs from the different casinos.
So do they have it all marked up, how many scratches is on it and everything?
Yeah, I guess so. Car rental, budget, expensive.
We're just leaving Las Vegas area, and since we haven't been here for several years, we have miles and miles of solar panels. This is all brand new. We lived in Arizona for several years and we used to come to Vegas a lot, and this is totally new. Just miles and miles of solar panels, and I don't know what this is, some electrical. Maybe this is where they're storing some of it, power. Yeah, those can be batteries.
Look over here.
But we've got, it's not just on one side of the road, it's actually on both sides, where we have just miles of solar panels. So we've just, like I said before, just left Vegas, and now we're heading towards Boulder City. They've done a lot of improvements down here since I've been to Vegas. Lake. You can see the markings of the lake. I hope it shows up on this video, but you can see how low the water's getting. Become a major problem. I don't know if you ever check out like Lake Mead and stuff. The water is just getting ridiculously low.
This is all new road, new highway. It's called Interstate 11, all the way to the Arizona line. By the way, this car we're in is some little Volkswagen. Cost almost $200 to rent this thing for one day. I guess it's because it's close to a holiday, Thanksgiving. But it's kind of a rip-off, but that's Vegas, baby.
Miles and miles of just rugged mountain ranges. When we lived in Kingman, we were able to see the building of the new bridge, which we're on right now, which virtually you don't see anything on the bridge. You don't see any of the dam or anything. It was unique to watch it being built because of the big cranes and the amount of cement trucks and everything that they had to bring out. They had to do the majority of the work during the night because of the concrete had to be kept at a certain temperature. So we got to see that, and we also got to see the crash crane that blew over from severe winds. This area does get a lot of real severe winds, and now we are actually entering the bridge over the dam, which you're not allowed to see anything over the edge anymore. But the dam is down there. Well, I was talking about how I like the solar panels versus the wind generators or the windmills, and now I just came over a hill and heading to Kingman, Arizona, and I see miles and miles and miles of my favorite things, the windmills or generators or whatever they call them. They are so ugly. That's ridiculous. Miles and miles and miles. So I wonder who owns this land. They get big money for putting them on. I don't know whether this is
probably
BLM. Yeah, it could very well be BLM land. I don't know why anybody else would buy this land, but it's still part of nature, and these things just do not, even though I don't really care for the landscape here, it just wrecks it. It even wrecks it more than how ugly it is to start with.
That's Wallaby Peak up there.
Yep, straight in front of us is Wallaby Peak. Right up here is where we got rear-ended. The first year we were here. And as we're coming into town, on the right will be a gas station that we used to go to a lot to get Popeyes. We'd never had Popeyes before. It was really super good, Popeyes chicken. This part of town looks just about the same. Lots of gas stations. There was a Wendy's up here. We'll see if it's still here. TA was where we would go and we'd have Popeyes chicken. It was super, super good at that time. We now have a Popeyes in Kalamazoo, but it just doesn't taste the same. I don't know. It's just not as good as it was at the TA. And there's a sign that says Popeyes. So, and we still have our Wendy's here. Up here around the corner, we will be going by at one time what I thought was the best pad thai in the world. I've tried to eat there several times when we have been back here, but they have either been closed or, well, they've been closed for one reason or another. We have the jail here on the right, good old Motel 6. And Calico's restaurant is closed. I wonder, that was a big thing. That was really a popular restaurant. I wonder if it's because of no help or what. Then we have Mojave Museum of History and Arts on Old Route 66, Kingman, US 66. And around the corner here, my favorite place. This is part of the jail back there. You can see the barbed wire and stuff. And then in front of me, this is the best food in Kingman. It's called Bangkok's Thai Cuisine. My favorite place. I think they are open. Yes, the sign says open. Amazing. And then we have the Powerhouse Museum on this side, which we've been in that before. And then probably a real favorite thing is Mr. D's. It's an old-fashioned drive-in. We're going to take the Amtrak home.
Turn left onto
So we will be traveling through Kingman on the Amtrak. This is the old train station, and they were going to recoup it all, and it looks pretty nice. I don't know. They must have done something. I see a lot of... It says something about a railroad history coming May 2022, so maybe they've got something else planned. A lot of these hotels are now apartment housing. At one time they were big things because this being part of Route 66. They were probably all 3A motels. Not anymore. Most of them have been converted to small apartments. It comes up through a nice little pass that was probably had to dynamite at one time to build the road to get through here. Up here on my right, you're going to see the Travator, is that the name of it? Which was a very famous hotel. Supposedly a lot of movie stars stayed there. Some real classy apartments. Again, this is probably at one time a little motel of some sort. Now it's siesta apartments and kitchenettes. A good view through the things of the Wallaby Mountains. Another long time thing called the Dam Bar.
This road is Route 66. It's also called Andy Devine Boulevard. because the famous actor Andy Devine was from Kingman, Arizona.
All you have to do is go back and search very old cowboy movies. Andy was in just about every old western that there was. And this was his hometown. So they have Andy Devine days here, or they used to anyway, and all kinds of things that go around. So this is a Dam Bar, which has really been around for a long, long time. Good steakhouse. I've only been there a couple times. Oh, the Sonic must be out of business, and now it's a car dealership. And the mountains in the background are all the Wallapai Mountains. Along here somewhere, several years ago, there was a big explosion and actually killed many of the prominent Kingman residents. It was some sort of gas explosion that dealt with, was it the part of the railroad, or I don't know what it was, but I know that a lot of the residents here in Kingman was killed or injured.
There's the Burton Swan.
Yep, this is the car dealership. It's been here for a long time. Most of the stuff on this side is still here. Some of the realties and the hotels. Uptown Drug has been here for a long time. They've changed the name of that restaurant. I don't remember what it used to be, but it's changed hands. We have a Ramada. I don't think the Ramada was there. It's got to be a new. Yep, that's all new through there, Ramada. It's got all Betty Boop and a bunch of the stars on there. McDonald's back here, and at one time the bus station was behind it, but it is gone. Got a new truck wash there. That's new. Flying J's has been there. And Terribles and Jack in the Box. Every time I think of Jack in the Box, I think I went in and I asked on their chicken sandwich or something, I asked what kind of chicken it was, and they said chicken. And I go, well, what kind of chicken? And they said, it's chicken. And I was asking if it was breast meat or you know, a pressed patty or whatever. Real intelligent help there. Bashes. I used to give flu shots at Bashes during this time of the year.
You take your foot off the brake and it starts again.
We're going down Airway, which is one of the other main streets in Kingman. Kingman doesn't have that many main streets. Over here is a mountain range, and they always called it the Chief. I don't know if I can get a good Bull Mountain. It looks like an Indian laying down, and so you can see the carving of his face in the mountain.
This isn't a very good.
Well, I got a pretty good picture. I can see him really good, but then I know what I'm looking for. So here's another picture of the Chief. You might be able to see him laying right there, because that's basically what's in the picture is just his face. He's laying flat down. You can see his nose, and he's got his little headgear on. You're not allowing any overnight camping at this Walmart. Over here is Smith's grocery store. In front of us is Auto Zone, or one of the auto things.
Yep.
And then we have
Del Taco.
Del Taco, one of Jim's favorite places. That was okay. We have a Cracker Barrel here and Five Guys. Five Guys came after we left.
Boy, these trees have really grown up, haven't they?
Yeah. And Jim's favorite, Del Taco. I always walked over to Panda Express because that was, I preferred that. Yep, next door, and I preferred that over Del Taco. And across the street we have a lot of gas stations. The Hampton, that was here when we were here before. And like any towns, we do have the homeless out begging for money. And we have the Kingman Hospital right here in front of us. Did some of our clinicals there. And now we're protesting something. Must be the vaccine. So they must be enforcing the mandate here too. Another good place that Jim always loved was In-N-Out Burgers.
Yeah, baby.
And that's right there. So that was another favorite place to stop and eat. They have a little shopping mall on, kind of like on both sides here. We got a 99-cent store, of course. TSC, that's new. And over here, we have, I can't tell what it is. There used to be a, okay, Safeway still back there, but looks like most of the stores are out of there. We actually worked at the Remax office there for several years.
So, lots of property.
Yep, it was very interesting. Real estate was really a hot commodity for a while here. But then when it died, it really died. It's starting to boom a little bit again. Not really sure why, but they say it is improving quite a bit.
We also worked for this Remax office.
Yes. In fact, I was the manager for one of these Remax Prestige properties. It used to be a bank. I don't think it's a bank anymore. I don't see a sign out there, Pioneer Title. We used to use those a lot when we worked in real estate.
You hungry?
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
And that is the big town of Kingman. One thing I do miss in living in Arizona is the beautiful sunsets, and at night, especially when we lived up on the ranch, I could go out and just about touch the stars. No spoilage from the, from all the city lights and stuff, but just beautiful sunsets, and the sky was just full of stars.